Hello everyone. So in this video we'll be seeing the difference between HardAssert and SoftAssert in TestNG. Okay, so basically guys, we have got two types of assert with us available in TestNG, a hard and soft assert. Difference: if we are putting hard assertion, what does that mean? If that assertion fails, what do I mean by if assertion fails? If your expected result and your actual output doesn't match, that is, if your assertion fails, your program execution is going to stop dead itself. Okay, what does soft assertion means? Soft assertion means it will record the failure, but it won't terminate your code, it will continue your code. Okay, so if there is something blocker, like guys, for example, say you entered your username and password and you weren't able to log in, right? What does that mean? You couldn't log in, so anyway you cannot proceed, so that could be put into HardAssert, right? Because that's a blocker. You don't want your program to continue after that because you cannot log in itself, right? But then in another case, consider you are testing the title of a page which is incorrect probably, but that's not a bug wherein for which you would want to stop your code execution itself, right? You want to record the failure, but you don't want to stop your code execution, right? In such scenarios you can go with SoftAssert, right? So telling this difference to you, let us see this in practical. So I'll open my Eclipse. Okay, so I have my Eclipse here. I've created a sample project when I've just launched a Chrome browser. Let me quickly put the implicit statements as well. Driver.manage.timeouts.implicitly wait. Let me put that for 10 seconds. 10 minute dot seconds. Okay, and then I'll also maximize the window. Driver.manage, sorry, window.manage, window.maximize. Okay, great. So what is this doing right now? This is just opening the browser, right? So let me open the browser also for amazon.in. Okay guys, so I have this browser open, right? Let's pick up something to validate. Okay, probably I'll put the title itself, right? You can put the assertion for title. Let me close this. Okay, what's the title of the page? Title. Okay, here we have this tag. And here is the title, right? So I'll just copy this title. I'll go back to my Eclipse. So let's first do HardAssert. So we have got this assert class in TestNG, okay, which have various methods like assert equals, assert true, and so on. So I'll put a assert equals here. Assert equals, my actual would be driver dot get title, right? And what would be my expected? Whatever I copied, right? So let's do this. And if this fails, so it would give me an error. So let me put an incorrect thing here, like this is the right title, but let me do something online assertion check. Okay, so what would happen right now? It would get the title, it would compare it with this particular title, and if it doesn't match, this should throw an exception. Okay, so let us try printing a statement here to ensure if my further codes get executed or not, right? So I'll put after assertion. Okay, good enough. We'll now run our code. So let me click on run. Okay, so it opened my Chrome browser, right? I haven't put the quit statement, so let's go back to our Eclipse. and we see here my assertion had failed, right? It says Java lang assertion error. Expected was this message, online assertion check, which we had hard coded, right? But found this thing, which is the actual message that it found on website, right? And if we see here, guys, we cannot see this particular line, this after assertion line. Right, we see that's not seen here, correct? This is because as soon as assertion failed at this particular line, and my code execution stopped right there, right? So hard assertion is recommended at times when you want to deliberately stop the code execution on some assertion failure. Okay, now let's see the same thing with SoftAssert. So you have got a SoftAssert class and you need to create an object of that. Okay, so let me create the object for SoftAssert. SoftAssert is equal to new SoftAssert, right? And now instead of this assert equals, so it has got all the methods of assert class. Okay, so I'll just say SoftAssert dot assert equals, what's my actual, again it's driver dot get title, right? And expected is also same, but I'll actually put the correct wrong message again. Control C, and expected is this. Okay, so guys, I'm putting a incorrect title again, right? You see here I have appended this thing, so I'm putting an incorrect title up again. We'll see this message. One thing that you have to make sure, see, there can be 10 assertions, there can be 10 soft assertions which you want to put, right? So create the object of this SoftAssert class once. The number of times you have to put soft assertion, use that in your entire class, and at the very end of your code you need to write SoftAssert dot assert all. Guys, do not forget putting up this method. Okay, what does this method do? So what this method does is, see, assert equals, so now number of times you have put assertions, this object stores all the assertions into it. Okay, it passed, it failed, whatever happened, all your assertion results are being put into this. Okay, so at last when you say assert all, it then asserts everything at once, and whatever fails, it gives you the result. Okay, so say you have put 10 soft assertions, out of which 7 passed and 3 failed. So when you say assert all at the end, it will show you all the 3 failures. Okay, what if you do not put this line? If you do not put this line, your entire code will be seen as pass. Reason, it will record the failures, but it won't show you, or it won't throw an exception. Throwing an exception, showing the failures has to be done through this line. Therefore it is very mandatory, and it has to be done at the end of your code. Okay, so let's see now. So this assertion is obviously going to fail, but I want this line to get printed, right? So okay, let me do one more thing. Okay, forget it. Let's run. Okay, so it opened. Let us move back here, and you see, guys, my assertion has failed, but at the same time it did print this line also, which has been put after the soft assert. So if you want your code to continue even on assertion, even after assertion failures, then go for soft assert. If you want your code to terminate after assertion, you don't want the code to continue, you can go with HardAssert. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.